right, good morning, what's going on? Uh, it's your boy Dory. Welcome back to the channel. It's another day in the teaching life. Today's video is going to be about 10 tips for new teachers or even returning teachers. If you find it helpful for you, then I think that's what the video was about, to help teachers in any way possible, because we all need it. So, I mean, without wasting any time, let's just get into it. I also typed it out, just a little outline for myself, so if I'm referring back to this document that I made, you know, just go with it. Just go with it. So the first one we got is have fun. And I think I talked about this in my last video. The number one thing you want to do as a teacher is just have fun. Just have a good time doing what you're doing. Just enjoy the kids, enjoy yourself, enjoy the days, because throughout the year it'll fly by, but there'll also be those long days, long weeks, and it's broken up by our vacations, with winter break, spring break, Thanksgiving break, stuff like that, until we get to summer break, if you feel me, you know what I'm saying. But I think you gotta enjoy what you do. Even if you don't enjoy the subject you teach, maybe it's the kids that make the difference for you, like even if you're teaching a subject, but you're pulling in life aspects, like make it come full circle for you and for them. I think that's the best way you might enjoy it. And if not, then maybe just don't teach. If you don't enjoy it, like we're here for the kids. We don't get paid enough. Like literally, we don't get paid enough for what we do as teachers. So we're really here for the students, for the children, no matter where you are, kindergarten to middle school to high school. It is what it is. So enjoy what you do, because they feel that. They feed off of that too. So if you're having a good time, they're gonna have a good time. If you respect your job, they might respect your job. I'm not saying they will 100%, but maybe it'll translate, So that's number one. Have fun. Have fun. This is a good one. Even when things are hard, you gotta learn to like reset for yourself. Continue the day with good energy as much as you can. Try and push on. Keep chugging along. Because days do get tough. I remember, I think it was even for me 2 weeks ago, I had to cover a class, and it just drained me. I had a really bad headache. So on one of my planning periods, I came back to my room, turned the lights off, put my head down, and just like rested for a bit. Just reset, meditated a little bit, had a little snack, and then I think I was good to go for the rest of the day. But it was that you have to know when you have to mentally reset and emotionally reset for yourself. So that's another key thing. Number 2, let's go with set clear and high expectations. So important. So important. Let me tell you. If you are not very clear with your students, it's confusing to them, but it can also confuse you, because you're trying to figure out, okay, what's going on? Why are they not listening? Why are they not doing what they're supposed to be doing? And it's probably because your expectations are not clear. Make them very, very clear. Let's say, for example, your rules and expectations for students are the guidelines for your classroom. Like how those go, that's how your classroom is going to function. If those are set in stone and clear, your students should follow them like clockwork. It should just be going. Like the classroom is moving, it's functioning, because what you stated at the beginning of the year is very clear by the end of the year. It should be the same thing no matter what. You hold yourself accountable, you hold them accountable to all the rules, expectations. It should be clear, and set them high. Set them high. Because what I learned from my cousin, my first 2 years of teaching, set your expectations high, because the kids will meet it. They'll meet it all the way, every time. So you gotta set your expectations high. The kids will meet it, and then once they meet it, hey, ain't no thing. It ain't no thing, because they gonna get the job done. They will, because you set the expectation. And it's kind of like a sorry not sorry kind of thing. Like you gonna meet this expectation or not, but I believe you will meet it, and that's the mindset you gotta have as a teacher. Uh, if your expectations aren't clear, classroom management will be a hassle. It'll be a hassle. When I tell you, my first 2 years, oh my God, classroom management, my first 3 years. So I really got it right last year. but it takes that time, I think, that practice and that, just getting into it. But classroom management was so hard. I think that was the only thing I was missing, because everything else I had on lock, like lessons, lesson planning, fun time, just kind of laid back teacher, like we doing our work, we getting it done, this and that. But classroom management, I think, was the only thing I didn't have a lock on. Now I got it down pat. Like it's so great. It's so great. You got to get your classroom management under control, and that goes with clear expectations. So that way you know what to expect, and they know what to expect. Does that make sense? I think so. I think we're on the same page. So give them examples of what you expect. So whether it's visual, auditory, what's the other learning stuff? Kinetic, to where you gotta like act it out or whatever. Like give them enough examples of your expectations so that way they see it and they understand it. So like I have 6 rules, like classroom rules, but then we go over expectations because they're different. So my 6 rules, I call them the 6 B's. Be respectful, be responsible, be successful, be kind, be honest, be safe. 6 B's. So that just covers a wide variety of, rules that fall into an umbrella of other things. But then expectations, like I expect you to not get out of your seat without, letting me know, kind of thing, like I don't need 10 kids running up at me. Hey, Mr. Massey, look at my art, like, whoa, it happened today. I'm like, whoa, I know one of my expectations is we're not getting out of our seat. And they all went and sat down and they raised their hand. So it's like rules, I think, are separate from expectations, but they're all still guidelines for the classroom. You get what I'm saying? So that's expectations. Make them clear, set them high. Let's move on. Number 3. Keep yourself accountable and consistent. So this goes along with the expectations and stuff, but on another spectrum. So what I mean by that, with your expectations, you have to follow through with them. So if that's what you set, you have to follow through. Hold yourself accountable to it, okay? Be consistent. So if I say, hey, if you have anything to say, you need my attention, or you have a question, raise your hand. Now, say there's students, throughout the weeks or whatever, they're just blurting things out and you don't address it. That's bad, because you're making it okay for them to just blurt out. And other students are like, oh, okay, so we don't have to raise our hand. Say less. Let me just blurt out what I gotta say. So that means you're not holding yourself accountable and your students accountable for the expectation you set. So what I do, someone blurts out, whoa, did you raise your hand? No. So I'm like, you might have to hold that question. I'm gonna come back to it. Or if someone, like with the example I just gave, when they're getting out of their seat, coming to me, I even have this orange tape right here. They know not to cross this orange tape. This is my space. We all respect each other's space. Everyone has their own bubble. This is my bubble. Don't burst my bubble. So they know when they come up, after they raise their hand, of course, even if they cross it, they look down and they like step back, like, oh, my bad, Mr. Mason, you good. You know this. You see the line. So it's like, be consistent, because even when they cross over before they speak, or if they start talking, I'm like, whoa, orange tape. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, thank you, because I'm consistent and I hold them accountable and I hold myself accountable, because if I just let them cross, they'll be all up in my face, and that's how you get sick as a teacher, and we don't want that. That's probably one of the main things why I do it, so that way I don't get sick. Keep them at a distance. But being consistent, hold yourself accountable. Those clear expectations, if they're clear, and then you hold them accountable, and you're accountable, and you're consistent with it, it should be like clockwork. It's like a routine every single day. They do a drawing prompt every day they come to class. I still tell them, when you come in, hey, what do you do? Grab a paper, grab a pencil, get started. You got 2 minutes. Routine. We're doing that every week because I see every class once a week. But it's like every week. You know what the routine is. Let's go. Consistency. 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 It's key. It's key. Hold them accountable to that consistency and hold yourself accountable because that's what's important. You have to be accountable and consistent. That's the main thing. All right. Number 4, be interested. All right. So this one's pretty simple. Okay. I think as a teacher, it's my job to, 1, know who my kids are, know who your students are. But 2, it's my job to be interested, like know what they like, know what they think, know how they think. Because I think if you're not interested in your students, you won't know how to teach them. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you know, like, what they like to do, how they think, what they like to talk about, you can cater your lessons to be more impactful for them. You get what I'm saying? Because if you know, like, little things, for example, today, we do a thing called good or not so good. So they share one good thing or one not so good thing about their life, their day, what happened yesterday, what will happen tomorrow, whatever. I had 3 students that had pets that died. I'm like, okay, that's pretty sad. It's a lot of pet death in like one morning, but they seem to be okay. But it's that little piece of information. It's like, okay, maybe they might have a bad day, so that's something to watch out for. But 2, the class was great, whatever, but I'll see them again when I go on lunch duty. So it's another conversation I can have with them, like, hey, I know you said your dog died or your fish died. How long did you have that pet, or what was their name? Little things like that, to where I'm interested because I do care. Like, I actually do care, but I want to also gauge where their mind is at and also how they feel emotionally. You get what I'm saying? So it's something small like that, nothing too big, nothing too crazy, but something that small to where it shows I'm interested, but I'm also letting them know, like, hey, I do care, so if there's anything you need, let me know, So that's number 4, be interested in your students. Number 5, have a routine and a system. Please have a routine and a system. How can I explain this? So every teacher, I believe, has a routine or system, but you want to make sure your routine and system is set up for your classroom, for your subject content, and make sure it works for you, because you want it to flow to where it's easier for you. It should be easy for your kids too, but you want to make sure you set up that routine and system so you don't even have to think about it. Your mental, like, capacity is like free, so you can think about other things because they're doing their system, so you're doing other things. That way it's working simultaneously. You get what I'm saying? So one of my routines that I have in place is when they come in, they grab a pencil, they grab a paper, and I have the paper right up at the front. It's right there. They see it every day or every week. So they grab that paper, they go to the student station, grab a pencil, they sit down, they look at the whiteboard. Okay, prompt is ready. Draw a sponge dancing in the rain. Okay, I'm drawing. They have 2 minutes to get that done. After that, I'll give the next instruction. Walk around the room, share with 2 to 3 friends what you drew. That's a routine. It's a system. It works with me, it works with them. They get to share, they get to talk, they drew. And it's something fun. It's a little fun. Draw a sponge, dancing in the rain. Some of them ask, Mr. Massey, can I draw SpongeBob? Of course. Why would I hold you back? If that's what you want to draw it. It's still a sponge, but draw it. Because I want to give them that freedom. But yeah, that's the system I have in place. That first 10 minutes of class, because I'm also taking into account the time when they walk in, like, time has started. So let's go. And I wait for every student to sit before I start that 2-minute timer, so that way everyone gets the full 10 minutes. So even if there's a student that's done, or they say they're done, all I say is, the timer's still going. Keep drawing, add more detail, add something, just just keep going. Yeah, that's my routine, and I expect that routine to happen every week. They know my expectation. It's going every week. Every time you come to class, it's the same thing. Don't nothing change. I ain't changed it. It's the same. So have a system and a routine. It makes life so much easier as a teacher. Please have one. Number six. Number six. This one is a really simple one, and it's one of my rules that I have in my classroom that I put in to a tip for teachers. It's be kind. So my six rules are: be respectful, be responsible, be honest, be safe, be successful, be kind. Number six here, be kind. All right. Not to call any teacher out or anything, and I'm not speaking about a specific teacher or nothing, but if you are that teacher that tends to yell at students, or if you're mean to students, like as a kid, it's like dang, like why are you so mean to me, or why are you always mean to me, or you're always yelling, and some kids, they don't respond well to that. And I'm not saying yelling like because they're in trouble, but it's just like you're just yelling. I'm like, you want to find a way to be kind to your students and be positive, be a positive light. Because if you're kind, you're interested in them. That's tip number 4. Be interested and be kind. You're setting up a space and an environment for students to flourish. The classroom system will flow, and kids, they'll want to participate and talk to you and not be afraid, So you want to be kind to your kids. It's just, I think that goes a long way. Just be positive and be kind. Because I was a quiet student and I did not like attention. So especially if there was a teacher that was more on the mean side, or just loud side, it's just like, for sure, like, please don't look at me, don't talk to me, like, please, like, no, please. But if it was one of the more like kinder teachers, nicer, I felt more at ease in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? So it might not even be for your social butterflies, maybe for your quiet students. Be a little more kind. Not even like you're faking this energy or whatever, but it's you just being aware. Okay, maybe I do need to like dial it back a little bit, be a little more calm, a little more kind type of thing. You get what I'm saying? So that's just my tip. None of these tips y'all have to take and implement every single one of them. You can take 2 or 3 of them and go about your business. But I think kindness goes a long way, especially with children. You know what I'm saying? So that's number 6. Number 7, give opportunities to make things better. What do I mean by that? So this is what I learned from my last school 2 years ago. If a student makes a mistake, it's okay. They're kids. Give them an opportunity to make it better. So my rules in my classroom, you get 3 warnings or 3 strikes. So I'm like, okay, say I'm talking, giving instructions, the student's talking while I'm talking. Hey, strike 1. So they know, okay, I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. Let me fix it. Say they're doing it again. Hey, strike 2. You're talking while I'm talking. Okay. Now they gotta get it together. Like, hey, let's correct it. Let's correct it. And then if it gets to strike 3, bad news. I gotta send them outside. Now, sending them outside doesn't mean automatic, like, it's bad. But it's like, we're gonna have a conversation. What's going on? Like, why are you either talking while I'm talking, you're interrupting, you're bothering your neighbor, whatever it is. It took you 3 times to get outside. So we gotta have a conversation. And then depending on what it was, or if they didn't make it better, or if they're disrespectful, then it's, we're calling home. For middle school, silent lunch, and they hate that. They hate silent lunch, but silent lunch, it kills them. I love it though. Silent lunch, or disciplinary system, referrals, demerits, whatever it is. We gotta follow suit with consequences. But it's like, give them the opportunity to fix their mistake and make it better, so that way they learn from it, and then have them explain to you Don't tell them what they did. Say, when you gonna have the conversation, it's like, hey, do you know why you're out here? And they say yes. I'm like, okay, tell me why. Why do you think you're out here? And then they'll tell you because they know what they were doing. So that's how I know that they know that they were in the wrong. Now, if it's something that I didn't see, then it's like, okay, explain it to me. So that way I can make my mistake better. Yeah. So I can fix my mistake. There we go. But yeah, let them tell you what they did wrong. Let them fix it and then give them an opportunity. Now usually when it's 3 and they're outside, I'm like, something's happening. Nothing big, but then they still have an opportunity to fix it after the 3rd time. Now I told my students, we're not getting to a strike 4. We're not getting to 4. But if we so happen to get to 4, then that's when we gotta like, hey, you gotta go. You gotta go. Now I've never gotten to 4. Yeah, I've never gotten to 4. But if we do, they gotta go. And then we'll have a conversation with the parents. But that's all I'm saying. Give them an opportunity to make things better. Key. All right. So, number 8, keep a to-do list. So this one is important. All right. As a teacher, we already do a lot. Think about that. Lesson plan, classroom management, grading every student's paper, like in the school, plus more, behavior, lunch duty. If you're in a smaller school, you probably do a lot more. All right, but yeah, we already do a lot. So keep a to-do list of things you gotta do, and then prioritize it, whether it's by difficulty or high priority. Maybe the most important things need to be done first, or maybe you want to get the easy stuff done out the way, get that done, boom, boom, boom. So you start checking things off the list, and then do the harder things at the bottom. I myself, I like to get the easy stuff done first, or if it's like very, very important, I get that done like first thing. So sometimes it'll be mix and match, but a to-do list is pretty helpful. I like to-do lists. I like checking things off. It brings joy to my heart seeing like a little to-do list. And I don't do a long to-do list. It's probably like at most maybe 6 to 8 things for the whole day. Like this is like for the whole day. Even if it's for just work, maybe 6 to 8 things tops. I don't need a list of 20 things. But like tomorrow, I might put number 1, lesson planning, because lesson plans are due on Mondays and I want to get it done ahead of time. So that might be the first thing I do, lesson planning, and then say grades, get some extra grades in. If I gotta do grades today, I'll probably do the rest of it tomorrow. And maybe, clean my desk, clear it up, just for the next week. And then do some lesson planning for maybe 2 weeks in advance to see what we'll be doing, ahead of time. Yeah, and that will be it. Like 4 things to do, and then that's it. Simple. But to-do list, very helpful, very helpful. Number nine. Set boundaries. I learned this after my first year teaching. You have to set boundaries. You have to. Like, it's crazy how teachers work themselves to death by staying at school late, working, grading, lesson planning, cleaning up their classroom, like anything to work or stay behind because they have to. But it's like, you don't have to. Now some people, you probably, because it's busy, and you can't get to it, so you gotta stay. But you gotta set boundaries for your mental peace, your emotional peace, and just your well-being. You have to set boundaries. So like my first year, I would be at the school until 5, 6 p.m. just helping, working, doing all these things. And I'm like, I'm about to, what's the word? When you work so much and you just get completely drained. What is it called? I don't remember. But it's when you're just like completely out of it and you just don't want to do it anymore. I was to that point. Now I set boundaries. 3:15, I'm not a teacher anymore. I'm Dorian, the human. Like, I don't answer emails after work unless it's like important or it's like a simple email. I'll just send it back, boom, boom. But if it's like an email that requires time and energy that I gotta actually put into it, I wait till the next morning. Phone calls to parents, next morning. Like, catch me at 7:30 a.m. on a school day. We will handle it. Even with me coaching football, it's like 3:15, I go from teacher to coach. 3:15 to 4:30, I'm a coach. At 4:30, I'm not a coach. I am me, because I have a life to live. So you have to set those boundaries, because if you don't, you might crash out. Like, honestly, I don't really do the crashing out thing, but if you a crasher, you might crash out, because teaching is a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. So set those boundaries for yourself as a teacher and as a person, so that way you separate the two. Separate. And then last thing, number 10, connect with other teachers. We're all going through the same thing. There's trauma, there's tribulations, there's drama, there's so much going on at a school that you work at, and other teachers have stories. That's the best thing. Teachers have stories. Talk to the other teachers you work with. Talk to teachers outside of your job. If there's another teacher, I'm sure they got a story. I got plenty of stories. And I would say I had stories. Well, every teacher has a story after their first year. I think that is maybe true across the board. Every teacher has a story, no matter what, even in their first year teaching. I best believe it, especially in today's generation. You got a story. You have a story. But yeah, connect with other teachers. I think that's most important. This year, that's something I'm working on getting better at. Because me, I'm reserved, I'm quiet, I like to keep to myself. I like to stay in my own space. But I'm working on getting out of that a little bit, about a little bit. So my goal this year is just to be more social, just be more out of my room, just be in the hallways a little bit more, talk to teachers, talk to the students, just interact. But specifically for your job, talk to the teachers, ask for help, because there are teachers that know things that you don't know. Ask for help, get the help. Like, all teachers, I think, are pretty helpful if you ask for help. Yeah, other than that, like, lean on teachers, ask for help, ask for assistance, connect, build relationships, build bonds, because we're all going through the same thing. Every single one of us. Even if you a teacher at another school, I have a good idea of what you're going through. We might be going through the same thing, or I already went through it. Maybe, I don't know. But in the 4 years that I have taught, I think I've seen a good amount. So, yeah, connect with other teachers. I think that is important. So, yeah, I mean, that's it, man. That's it. 10 tips. 10 tips for new teachers or returning teachers, or if you want to be a teacher. Because maybe you might check out this video and be like, I'm going to watch that video because I want to be a teacher. Who knows? But yeah, so that is it for today's video. Again, my name is Dorian. Thank y'all for watching. Shout out to all my teachers out there. I hope things are going well. It's week 4 for us. I don't know what week it is for y'all, maybe 3, maybe 5. But we are already in the trenches of the school year. So, hey, all love, peace and blessings to everybody. And keep it up. Proud of y'all. Let's do our teacher thing and let's have a good year. Peace.